The dialogue with the urban poor, Alan, no? There were 4 things they told us in their concern. No? Number 1 is they have difficulty getting the security of food. They're hungry. Most of the time they're hungry. They cannot afford their food. Number 2 is joblessness. They don't have security of or access to wealth opportunity. Number 3 is housing. And number 4 is their very lives, no? Their security. So, you have a choice. Which of the 4 would you prioritize, and how would you address any of these 4 issues that they mentioned for the women? Yeah.
Thank you very much, Adrian, for that very difficult question to answer in 3 minutes. But since you're a compañero, let me attempt to answer it. Let me come from a point of view of not a person running for the Senate, but from a local politician who've been in a area for the last 15 years in Taguig where urban poor communities are prevalent. Okay. Number 1, long-term muna. Corruption is the problem. Kanina, I gave the statistics already. We are actually a rich nation, but the problem is there's too much corruption. Of course, any corruption is too much corruption. But even wastage, wag na yung ninanakaw, no? Yung wastage, if you actually compute yung nawawala sa budget, sa pag-a-abroad, sa gasolina, sa sakyan, cellphone ng public officials, it come up to the billions of pesos. As I keep saying anywhere I go in the country, sa Pilipinas, bawal magnakaw ng konti. Pag konti, makukulong ka. Pag bilyon-bilyon, mapro-promote ka sa gobyerno. So in the long term, it's really, and if you want to go to the root of the problem, it's corruption. How do you start? Imagine, let me just, this is my advocacy, so let me put it in. What if we are a party of 1 million young people? Let's call it Kapatiran, dahil sila ang katabi ko, no? If Kapatiran had 1 million members and they gave 1,000 pesos a year as contribution and dues, in 3 years, the next senatorial election, they will have 3 billion pesos. And they can choose their candidates that are non-trapos, that the only thing they'll ask in return is follow our program. Unlike ngayon, saan nagkukuha ng pondo ang halos lahat ng politician. True party reform will not be through the law. It will be through actions like that. Number 2, how to do it. I'll address all 4 of them. I'll choose one later, but address all 4 of them. How to do it. Read the book of Lee Kuan Yew. I haven't completed it, but yung from third world to first. All the problems, I was amazed, napakasimple ng formula niya. Ito yung formula niya. Identify the problem. Once identified, number 2, find a country that actually solved the same problem. Get their experts, get the master plan of their experts, go home, get local experts to convert the plan to local and cultural conditions. And number 4, mas importante, lagyan ng bantay yung mag-i-implement. He did it for their racial discrimination. He did it to clean their river. He did it in their national defense. He did it in raising up the university in Singapore, etc. So yung how, too little time to have specifics, but that's how for example, yung housing, no? Why can't we just inventory, ilan ang walang bahay, inventory, ano ba yung mga lupa ng gobyerno ng Tiwangwang, the ones paying taxes is there. In Taguig, we have 3,000 hectares of raw land. 1,100 hectares palulubugin sa Laguna Lake. If we just move the dike, and it would just cost 3 billion more, we have 1,100 hectares pwede ilipat sa Metro Manila. Thank you very much. Ipapaalam lang po ako to run to an endorsement media forum. Sorry, magandang tanghali po.
Okay, thank you. Let me now shift to Dr. Bautista and invite Dr. Bautista to ask the question of any of the candidates.
To Attorney Paredes, why is your hair long?
Mukhang scripted kasama ko sa party yan. Every time I make a speech, I answer 2 questions. Why is my hair long? And why did I resign from the Presidential Commission on the Visiting Forces Agreement? So thank you for the question. In 2003, I was a member of the Presidential Task Force on deactivating the Southern Philippines Development Authority. And we found out that grabe ang corruption dyan. Hundreds of millions of pesos were lost to grafts and corruption. Paano ibinubulsa ng mga administrador nito. One administrator after the other. So nung nalaman ko yun, November of 2003, I established a personal crusade to myself against graft and corruption. And I said I should dramatize this, I should make a symbol. So from then on, I stopped visiting my barber. So by November this year, 4 years old na ho yung aking buhok. Mas matanda pa sa apo ko. I have a grandchild who is 3 years old na. Ang tanong, kailan niyo puputulin yan? Puputulin ko kapag may nakita na akong serious effort by government to curb graft and corruption. Meron ho sila ngayong programa, yung tinatawag lifestyle check. Ang problema, imbis na umpisahan sa taas, dito lang sa gitna. Pag hindi ka nakapasa sa lifestyle check, tanggal ka. Parusa ka. Paano sila? Ano yan? Para bang yung mga preacher, do what I say but don't do what I do? So dapat mula ho sa itaas. Leadership by good example. You cannot impose goodness on your people if you're not good in the first place. Kaya yan ho ang dahilan kung bakit si Jess Paredes hanggang ngayon, mahabang buhok. Napakahirap po ng mahabang buhok, alam ng mga kababayan ito. It's a big sacrifice. Ang tagal nyo sa banyo, nagsashampoo ka, nagko-conditioner ka, nagda-dryer ka pa. Ako dahil may asawa, pag sumiping ako sa asawa ko, kuminsan hinahanap ko misis ko, andyan ka pa ba, sweetheart? So that's the reason. It's a serious crusade. At minsan, nakausap ko isang pare yung kalbo. Nung nalaman niya ko yung aking krusada, sabi niya, Brother Jess, pwede ba kitang samahan sa krusada mo? Papahaba na rin ako ng buhok. Sabi ko, Father, may problema ka, talagang kalbo ka na eh. At hindi ko rin naman pwede ipahiram yung buhok ko sa'yo. So, nilalagyan ko ng humor, pero totoo, ang numerong problema natin in one word in this country is graft. Corruption. Hindi ba? Take away graft, hindi ho mahirap ang Philippines eh. 40 to 50% of the budget every year is lost to graft and corruption. Pag hindi nawala yan, put it to education, lakihan ng budget na education, solve ang problema ng education sector. Hindi ho ba? So, I'm not saying everybody should wear long hair, pero dapat makisama kayo sa ating krusada ng against graft and corruption.